Okay, hey, I'm back. Listen, before I forget, well, anyway, I'm back and I'm armed with water. Anyway, my mouth is really dry, but I wanted to say first, you had a really pretty Christmas tree and shit. Where was I at anyway? Oh, I was saying about the therapist. I was saying how crappy, you just really need to find one you really like. And, I think it's really bad that your parents, decided to just give up your bed at that place for you to get help all at the last minute and everything, just because you decided you would not in any way take antidepressants. That's your choice, and I don't fault you for that at all. If that's not what you wanted to do, that's not what you wanted to do. Anyway, I think that before it gets any worse, you may... Ooh, something fell. Before it gets any worse, please do decide to get some help, whether it be going to a therapist, or I'm not sure if you're going to a therapist now. I got the idea or the impression that you're not going to the therapist right now. So maybe the first start would be getting a therapist and start going back to a therapist. I don't know. I can't remember if you said you were going or you weren't going. Maybe start going again and make that your first start. And find somebody good and keep on searching until you find that person that's good. And we all have a lot of issues. I know with my counselor, I talk about my eating and gaining weight. Of course, she tells me I'm not that fat. Yeah, right, whatever. But we talk about that, and we talk about different stuff. We talk about my mom being gone and all that kind of stuff. But I'm like you, I don't understand the part in there. I really want to get this book that you were talking about, Bodily Harm, and read it now that you have brought it about. I'll be out there searching for this book so I can read it, because I was listening to what you were saying and everything, and I really want to read it. I don't understand how, like you said, they expect you to just go cold turkey and just stop cutting all at one time, because like you said, an alcoholic or somebody that like that, they give time and all this crap, and people coming off pills and stuff like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. And I know I have a tendency to take more pills than what I'm supposed to sometimes. And like you said, you were having trouble, like you would go to the store and get a bottle of wine, and you'd sit there and drink it. And when you're alone, you have a tendency to just do things like do that. You have a tendency to just, I know now that my boyfriend's here, now that I'm with my boyfriend, I don't do it as much. But when I was alone, it was nothing for me to just, on the weekend, just take a handful of, I hate to say it, but, take a handful of pills and just lay down and sleep, take a handful of anti-anxiety medicine and just take a handful of it and just, go in there and sleep all weekend. And just so I could sleep. When sometimes I still do it because, I don't get any sleep if I don't do it. And sometimes I like to do it because it makes me feel good. Not feel good, but it makes my head feel fuzzy enough so I can sleep. It just, I don't know, it's a feeling that you can't describe. And it's not that you want to go out here and, I really don't know how to explain it. It's not like you want to, I mean, I don't drive or drink and drive. I don't even drink. I don't even drink at all, except for wine on a special occasion, or New Year's, like champagne or something like that. If I got married, I'd have champagne at my wedding, stuff like that, but I don't drink alcohol as far as beer or stuff like that. I don't do that. It's just my thing. I was brought up that way, blah, blah, blah. But, you were saying how you did the drinking thing, you're restricting, and let's see, what all did you say? You're doing the laxative abuse, the exercising, the starving, the pills, the drinking, and you're just not ready for recovery right now. And you don't know when you'll be ready for recovery, and you're afraid it's going to get worse. Before it gets worse, try to get a therapist and talk about this stuff. Make that your first step, and then if you feel like going to this place for, excuse me for a minute, make your first step getting a therapist, getting comfortable with that, and or at least try that, and getting comfortable with the therapist, and then make your next step trying to get your parents to get you into this program again. And if it means taking antidepressants for a short period of time, then maybe think about doing that. But then think about the possibility of, think like, well, maybe I can take antidepressants for a short period of time, and talk to the therapist about getting off the antidepressants. Say, can I take these for a short period of time and then get off these where I don't have to have them for eternity or forever or whatever? Because there is a way that you don't have to have them for a long period of time. And then, seeing how the hotel situation really screws with your mind, and you've tried to commit suicide in the hotel, you need to speak up and tell someone about that and say, listen, is there some other place that I can go to spend my time? I mean, is there another place other than a hotel that I can stay? I don't really know about another place that you could stay other than a hotel. Or do you have to be by yourself? I mean, can you have a family member stay with you? Or I guess you probably can't. But maybe work on some therapy that you can be comfortable in that hotel room by yourself. Maybe take some things from home, make it homier. Maybe we can talk about what you can do to make it where it's not like a hotel. Some things you can get around. Maybe you make it where it's not so bad. Make it seem like it's not a hotel room. Like, take some things from home and just see what you can do. And what else? I know there's other things that I haven't talked about, but I just don't know what they are. I'm drawing a blank. God, I'm starting to bite my fingers. But try those steps maybe first, because I don't want you to get any worse. I love you, honey, and you're just so great, and you're so pretty, and you've become a really good friend already, and we're like miles from each other, and I don't want you to get any worse, and you're so beautiful, and you don't need to be like harming yourself, and I know that you're trying and everything, and I know how you feel, and I take that back. I don't know exactly how you feel, because no one knows exactly how you feel inside, but just make sure you do something about this before it gets real severe, and talk to a therapist. Find a therapist that will help you. Say screw all these other people that haven't helped you, and try to find faith in someone. Try to find faith in a new therapist. I know it might be hard, but try to give somebody else a chance and see how that goes. I hope my words have helped somewhat, and I'll see you around, okay? And take care of yourself, and I love you. Bye.